welcome to 4x4 Camping and Adventures, and in this episode we've got the first episode of touring trucks, and I've got my brother's 76 series wagon. As I promised, this is going to be the first one of the series. And I'll introduce my brother Leon. So we've been having a little bit of fun this morning, just going for a few tracks, and he's going to take you through the vehicle. So take the lead.
Well, I'll start at the front. I'm running the 4-inch Safari R-Max intake, which is the big one, as they all say. I've got aluminium Tracklander full-length rack, which is very, very good for the touring setup, which I've created this vehicle to be.
This is the touring rig, isn't it? That's what you do use it for?
Yeah, it's main touring rig. I've got Dobinson's 2-inch lift on 32-inch tyres, which is pretty standard across the board, but it seems to work. I mean, I'm not doing rock crawling or anything, so the 2-inch is pretty good for the touring rig.
Yep. What GPMs you got on the back? What's the lead?
350 kilo constant load.
350, okay, cool. So take us through the front of the car. What do you got?
I'm running the Toyota standard bar, winch bar.
Yep.
With Super Centre illuminated LED headlights, which light the road up very, very nicely.
Those are 9 inches, eh?
They're 9-inch, yeah.
And what winch are you running?
The Dominator, which is Super Centre again, 12,000 pound winch, synthetic rope, which I've used a couple of times, and this is a 3.5 tonne car, so it pulls the car out well.
That's good.
Yeah. Underneath, you can't really see it, but you've got just a radiator bash guard there, and 2 recovery points that are painted blue.
Alright, so here we've got the other end of the vehicle, but Leo's just going to take you through why I went with the drifter awning and what's so cool about it.
Basically, it's my favourite mod to the car, because it's a full gull wing, fox wing, whatever you want to call it.
The ostrich awning, whatever they call it.
All the way around and covers the back of my car, so on those weekends where we're touring, everything's covered. And the back of the vehicle, so I can leave my fridge out if it's raining, doesn't get wet. One of the best things I bought. They're actually an Australian company from New South Wales.
Yeah, because you got the drawers as well. So.
And I've got the matching drawers in the back of the rig.
Yeah.
About $1,000 delivered for that.
Worth it though.
So pretty on par with your Fox wings. And everyone's got a brand of those now, but I like to support Australian business, so that's why I went with it.
That's good. At least it comes from an Australian company. So, alright, so take us through the back of the vehicle, dude.
Alright. My favourite part of the vehicle. I have the drifter rear drawer system with the MSA drop down slide. So I'll give you a quick show you how it works. Nice and simple. Yeah, into your cold beers.
Got your beers in there, crack a coldie with the boys.
As I was saying before, all covered by the perfect awning.
Yeah, so you really get set up swag down here on the side of the vehicle and you're pretty much ready to rock and roll, aren't you?
Well, generally when we do go camping, we have the swag over there, just on the edge.
Yep.
It gives us all this for our table and chairs. The beauty part about the drifter setup is this here is a permanent table in the drawers. All the done clips. So no matter where you are,
there's a table.
You get yourself a little table. Beautiful. Easy.
Well, it saves you chucking something on here as well, don't it?
Yeah, I mean you could put one of those drop down
little sheet and
setups there, but this is part of the reason I actually bought the drawers was got the table, slides into the actual system. Just got a little locking point at the back there. You're done.
You got a few chargers up here.
Yeah, USB.
Yeah.
And 12 volt for the angle.
Yeah.
And obviously a battery readout, which is plenty for what's in the back here.
And this is an ex-thrifty car.
Yeah, it was an ex-thrifty rental vehicle.
So you've got all the roll cage and that kind of stuff built in already.
Yeah, the cargo barrier was in there. I kept it because then you can pack everything in the back, and then you do have to do hard braking at some time. All the stuff's not falling on the dog.
Yeah, you got the fire extinguisher, which is always good.
Yep. And I also got they call this the touring package, solar screens.
Yeah, okay.
Now there are 2 more for the rear windows.
Yep.
So if you've got kids, can be quite a bonus.
Oh, you stop the heat coming back, yep.
And then, you know, just keep the sun off them. And the beauty part is, at the back here, these windows actually pop out. So you can get airflow while you're driving, or even just when you're sitting around, just so you can angle can breathe.
Yeah, that's good, eh?
Standard part of the cruisers.
Very nice. And this little guy here is obviously your rain protector, so you can
Yeah, that just tucks up under the
tuck up underneath here.
tucks up under there. And basically just sits there, so when it does rain, any water just hits that and then goes down into your gutters. And we've been under this when it's been pouring, and no, you don't get any weather through.
You can even gutter it as well, drop onto the poles, get a gutter system going
Yeah,
on.
put a fall on it and it all runs off. It's a great system. Comes with a set of pegs.
Yep.
For the feet.
Yep.
Only downside is it's got plastic feet and it's got plastic pivot points, which
may break.
yeah, but you can order those off the website.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's got everything pretty much on his website you can buy. So do you come with the wings? Or do you have to get the wings separate?
The wings and these front panels are all extra.
Yeah.
And I just said I might as well get it all, so I've got one flat level, smooth and sleek.
Yeah.
And they actually, when you order the drawers, they'll actually get you to get a couple of measurements. So if you've got a cargo barrier, not all cargo barriers are put in the same spot. So they actually say, alright, we need a measurement, 300mm high, and then back. And all you do is just plumb your level down.
Yep.
And then give them that measurement, and that's how deep they make the drawers.
Cool.
So that they'll always fit, no matter what.
Yeah, it's like custom, isn't it? Awesome. So, tell us about the V8, dude. What have you done to it?
Well, basically, the motor's still pretty stock.
Yep.
The only thing I've done is actually had the ECU remapped.
Yeah. Which
just makes it so much more lively.
What was that done by?
Diesel Talk
Yep.
It's actually in Perth.
Yep.
When the remap was done, they did the EGR clean, and they actually removed all of that as well. So I don't actually technically have an EGR anymore, which is technically illegal, but
also technically saves your engine.
It also, saves it from gunking up.
Yep.
And I've got the catch can here by HBD, which catches all the blow-by oil.
Yep.
As you can see, that just runs from the intercooler.
Oh yeah, yep.
And back.
You've got the secondary here as well.
Secondary filter, which is
30 micron?
Nah, it's only a 2, I believe.
Okay. Who's that by? Drive Tech. Yep.
Drive Tech, and they actually made the custom bracket, which is handy. On this side, I have dual battery set up. So deep cycle for my auxiliary, obviously just your starter, and that is all run off a Red Arc isolator solenoid.
Yeah. You don't have any other batteries in the car, do you?
Nah, just these 2.
Yeah, but you got the solar panel, don't you?
Yeah, I do have a solar panel that just alligator clips onto the terminals, which charges it when you're out and about, which is pretty good, pretty handy. But this deep cycle, I mean, it never drops below 12 volt on the readout in the back anyway. So that's running the fridge all weekend, and I've got camping lights and all that as well. So
yeah, for sure. And he's got other bits like HID lights and all that kind of stuff, don't you? He's just a
yep,
HID kit,
which is pretty good. Lights it up, matches the spotties, gives you that nice blue light.
What's the exhaust?
Running a 3-inch Scott's Rods exhaust.
Oh, yeah.
Which I just basically ordered myself and got it sent over and
Fitting
banged it in, which is not hard.
Awesome. Yeah, she sounds nice.
Yeah, it goes alright.
Sounds better than my Triton. So.
I've also got a pedal booster as well,
Oh, yeah.
just to eliminate that delay, which is not the best when you're doing this sort of forward driving like we have done today on gravel, but when you're on the sand, you want it, because you get that instant response.
Yeah, I noticed on the sand's massive.
Yeah.
Which is don't want to bog down.
No, you get that instant response, which just gets you up and going and you're off.
Yeah, it's it.
And yeah, the remap helps out with that as well. So also, when the remap was done, there was a heavy-duty NPC clutch put in, because the extra power you're throwing through the rig, the standard would just slip.
Yep.
It'll basically just disintegrate after a while. So
yeah, better off changing it while it's all out.
That's it.
Cool. Not doing anything more. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. No, she's all stock under here. I mean, a later mod possibly would be another intercooler.
Yeah.
Just to get her running a bit cooler again, but sits on about 80 degrees.
Yeah. What's EGRs? Do you know?
When I'm towing, they can be upwards of 350 max. They have hit 400 before.
Yeah.
Coming back down from up north, but
it's not too bad.
Generally just cruising like down the freeway, or what we're doing today is 150, 200 max.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And I've got all that up next to the pillar pod there, got the EG.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that when we go inside anyway. Right, killer. Awesome. So what do you got in here, dude?
Well, I'll start off with the VMS head unit, which is full off-road maps and navigation, Bluetooth, all that. Reverse camera as well, comes with it.
Yeah.
I've got my GME two-way down there, just a basic one.
Just a little 40 channel.
Yeah, just keep it simple. Don't need nothing special unless you're doing major off-road adventures.
Yep.
Have scan gauge 2.
Yep.
Just there, just gives me all my particulars, especially the water temp, because the dial on that does not move after, it might creep up to about 100 degrees and that won't even move.
Yeah, okay.
So this actually gives you an exact reading off the ECU, because it plugs into that.
Yeah, I got the same, yeah.
Pillar pod with my boost gauge and EGT temp.
Yeah.
It's running 23 PSI after the remap.
Okay.
Standard's about 12.
Yep.
So it definitely gives it a bit up and go. And just down here is just my pedal booster, which has got 3 different functions. As I said, good for the sand, not so good for gravel. You start spinning tyres everywhere you go.
Yeah, I always put mine on like super economy mode when I was going up those hills, because you just on off the throttle so much.
Center console, which is custom from Cruiser Consoles in Queensland. About $500 for this baby right here. But if anyone knows V8 Cruisers 70 series, you get a shitty little plastic center console and that cup holder, and that's it.
Yeah, you get 2 decent cup holders here.
Yeah, I mean that's a 1 litre water bottle that just drops straight in. Then you got storage for your phone and your wallet and everything.
That's what you want. Happy days. It was pretty simple in here, but it's good.
Yeah, everything works.
Don't go too crazy. You want to go roof console, you reckon, or not?
Nah, I'm not going to go down that avenue. This is good for a tourer.
Yeah,
I don't need a lot of fancy gadgets or anything. Just keep it simple in my mind, and
less stuff to break. That's the whole point about this car. It's simple, so.
Yep, just go from there.
Oh mate, aren't you? Well, actually, one thing people are probably watching on is how did you fix the wheel track issue?
I have negative 55 offset rims.
Yeah.
Which brings it out the exact amount to match the front, because as you know, the big V8, they dropped it in there and had to change the diff at the front.
Didn't bother changing the one at the back.
And yeah, it didn't bother doing the one at the back. So when I first bought it, it used only on the sand. It used to just
like crab walk everywhere.
Yeah, just zigzag on tracks, because the front's going fine, but the back can't follow.
Yeah. So
now that I've sorted all that out, it really handles well.
Yeah.
Off road now.
Because you had big guards on as well, didn't you?
Yeah, they're ARB flares.
Yep.
All colour matched to the car.
Cool.
And the rubber I'm running is Bravo All Terrains.
Same as mine.
Maxxis 980s.
Well, I might support my set because you had a set and they were pretty decent. So
Yeah, they're not a bad tyre for all over the road and off road. As I don't do much.
Yeah.
Sort of mud. Forbian.
Well, you know, I don't do anything because I'm a Geraldton, so there's no mud up there. So
I find that to be a good tyre.
Good sand tyre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good all round tyre. A little bit of road noise, but not too bad.
Yeah, a bit noisy, but not too bad. But, yeah, what's next plans for anything? Any sort of thing in the pipeline that you're thinking of?
Nah, nothing at the moment. No.
You're pretty much set up, aren't you?
Yeah, I've pretty much got it to how I want it to be, and nothing really in the pipeline at all.
Oh, cool.
As I said before, maybe a new intercooler.
Yeah, well that's the small stuff just to make it run a bit better, really.
Yeah, just make it run a bit cooler and a bit nicer. But yeah, other than that, everything on it is pretty much how I want it. I'm sure there's other things I could do, but
you could do rear wheel carrier and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's really, do you need it more than anything?
Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. And which I suppose, where's the favourite place you've been in it? Like, what's your favourite place you've been to in this?
That'd have to be down Black Point and Jasper Beach.
Oh yeah.
Down Crossdow National Park.
Yeah.
Down that way, south of WA.
That's what we're ducking down for the end of the year. Yeah.
We did a weekend trip down there and just did all bush camping, so completely off the grid, and yeah, that was good fun. Nice Forbian down there.
Yeah.
Nice beaches. Go in summer, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably the favourite place we've been in it. I mean, this has been all the way up to Monkey Mire.
Yeah, it's when we did that trip. Yeah.
We did that Easter trip up there. But yeah, I'd have to say that National Park was my favourite so far.
Yeah, for sure. So, since this is an mining hiker, what did you look out for when you bought the sort of vehicle? Like, what was the things that sort of you had to do to make sure it wasn't, detailed up and full of rust?
The biggest thing is when BHP and Rio sell ex-mining vehicles, or even the hire places, they acid wash them to get all the orange off.
Oh yeah.
Now what that does is, what happens is, you'll see, like if you look in the engine bay, you'll see all the galvanised screws, nuts, washers are actually corrode.
Yeah.
Because the acid's on it, it's eating away at them. This one hadn't been acid washed.
Okay.
Just looked after really well. And the other biggest thing is get underneath, because if it's still caked in mud and all that, you can't see what's underneath that mud. This was nice and clean.
Yeah.
The bloke who bought it actually used to work for Thrifty.
Oh yeah.
And he said this is the one he wanted.
Yeah, okay.
And so it missed out on all that acid washing and everything, and yeah, it's probably one of the cleanest ex-rentals I've ever seen.
Yeah. Because it's a big thing, like, you buy an extra mining car and they're 10k's away from breaking down, so.
But my advice would be, stay away from the BHP and the Rios.
Yeah.
Even the FMGs, even though they are maintained and serviced, they do get thrashed.
Yeah, we've both worked on a mine site, so.
Yeah, so we've seen how they treat them.
Know how rough they get treated, so.
Look for your Thrifty, your Avis, Budget, all those sort of ex-rental off-roaders, because half the time they'll get rented, they'll get used off-road a little bit, but it'll mainly just be getting people from the airport to the mine site.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, it's just got to have the lights on it so they can get in.
Yeah, and they'll just do some gravel tracks, and that's about it. Like this one spent a year in Karratha.
Yeah.
As a rental, and yeah, it's still in very good condition. I mean, I keep it in good condition, but I bought it in good condition as well.
Yeah, well, when you first got it, it was in pretty good nick, so that's what I was surprised about being an ex-rental, so.
The only thing I don't like are these.
Oh, for the roll cage?
They're for the roll bar.
Yeah, okay.
That's actually, going back to what you said before, that'll probably be what I'll do, is I'll get those filled and painted, just to get rid of them.
Yeah, I don't even notice. My folks just thought they were part of the car, but anyway.
There's a telltale sign, it's X.
Yeah.
Because they have to put a roll bar in it, so because it meets mining specifications.
Oh, yeah.
And they just drill through and bolt it.
Rough scat.
So, it's a bit annoying, but I'll look at that maybe.
Spray paint and white.
Yeah, I'll just get them filled and sanded and painted.
Yeah, that's it. Awesome. Well, I know you've got plenty of trips planned in it, so I'm sure you're going to have plenty more fun in it. But obviously that's what you're all waiting for, is the first episode of Touring Trucks. And well, if you're a 76 owner or a 79, because they're all essentially the same these days, so you might have obviously got a little bit of info out of the video. And as always, please subscribe and hit the like button. Chuck us a comment. If you have any comments about the vehicle, just chuck them down there. And Leon's subscribed to the channel. He can answer them if he gets time, obviously. But or I can answer them because I know a fair bit about the truck. But yeah, no, it's an awesome looking truck. So I'll leave it there. But as always, I'll see you out in the tracks and trails, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.